How are you tonight, Noah?
Yeah, very great.
That's good. And like you guys are a Melbourne band, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
How long have you been together as the McQueens?
We worked it out the other day. I think it's about 3 years.
Right.
Yeah, so it's quite a while.
You do have a new EP out at the moment, Return to Laughter.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that your first EP?
No, it's not. We released an EP in 2012 called Fitzroy. Yeah, this is our second one.
Let me guess you live in Fitzroy.
No, we don't. No, but yeah, a lot of the songs were written in Fitzroy, and kind of the events of the songs happened in Fitzroy, so it felt right to call it that.
What do you do in the band? Are you the singer?
Yeah, I sing and play a bit of guitar.
And synth?
Yes, yeah, I do that as well.
A little bit of everything?
Bit of everything on stage, yeah.
What sort of music influences you?
I think for everybody in the band it's a lot of different things. But for me, I listen to a lot of indie rock and a lot of Western music and kind of folk pop kind of stuff, yeah. We've got quite an eclectic taste between us. I think that kind of comes out in, our bass players were quite into, a lot of funk and soul music and neo-soul. And I think, you can hear that in his bass lines and, lots of different things.
Right. And I should actually, while we're talking about your Facebook, I should tell people they can find you on Facebook at facebook.com/We Are The McQueens.
Yes.
Why are you the McQueens?
Why the McQueens? It's bloody anybody that's trying to think of a band name knows how hard it is. I think why we like it is we kind of thought, we wanted something that has the connotation of being cool, and we thought that Steve McQueen is probably the coolest guy of the 20th century, so we thought that would be a fitting name.
I was going to say, is it Steve McQueen?
Yeah. People jump for Alexander McQueen, and I had to look it up the first time that someone said that to me, so it's definitely not after him.
Well, you'll have to educate me because I don't know who else.
He's a fashion designer. He was an English fashion designer. He actually died a couple of years ago. But yeah, so actually a lot of more young girls say that to us.
Well, I think being a young guy in a band and that, not knowing who a fashion designer is who's dead.
I know. It's blasphemy. I should know.
No, I don't think you should. I think you should be proud of the fact you didn't know. That wouldn't be cool.
No.
I don't know. He could be a really good designer. I'll have to look into it.
Check him out. I think he does have some cool designs.
And so can you tell me about this Paradise Festival, the Paradise Music Festival that's happening this weekend, because I don't know anything about it.
It's actually the first year for the festival. The organisers have organised festivals in the past, but they've kind of come together and collaborated on this kind of new project, and it's in King Lake near Mansfield at an alpine ski resort. But because it's summer, obviously not that many people are going, so they've hired it out, and they've got some really great bands playing over 3 days. So from the 29th of November to the 2nd of December, they've got some really great local Melbourne acts, as well as some interstate acts. So Glass Towers are playing, and Client Liaison, and some of our friends are playing Animo and Albert Salt, and yeah, it should be a really great weekend.
Yeah, you've got the Demon Parade and them Swoops.
Yeah, it's a really good lineup.
Do you have any other gigs coming up after that?
Yeah, we are playing Revolver Upstairs on the 2nd of January, and that is with Albert Salt, and I think the sport's yet to be announced. But yeah, I think that's all we've got in the books for right now, or that off the top of my head. All
right, and you've got the single Hannah out at the moment.
Yeah, that's correct.
Where's the best place for people to go and buy that?
Our Bandcamp is, because we've got the EP out, we've got our EPs in physical copies, and I think we'd rather people, have a listen to it, and then if they like it, buy the physical, because we've got a really beautiful cover art from an American photographer called Eleanor Callison. It's just a really well-made CD. But if they're not into that and they just want the MP3, it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, and you can buy it, just the MP3 off Bandcamp as well. And we've also got a video that we're quite proud of on YouTube. So the song's called Hannah, and yeah, you should check it out.
Yeah, actually, it is a really cool CD cover, and people should definitely go to the McQueens.bandcamp.com, and the digital download's $7 and the physical copy's $10, so you might as well buy the physical copy anyway.
Yeah, and you get both.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, if you buy the physical copy, you get the download for free.
And I suppose people will be able to buy the physical copy at your shows too.
Yeah, of course. We carry a lot around with us, so just in case people want to buy them.
I've got your YouTube open here too, and I'm looking Road Trip to Sydney featuring Albert Salt.
Yes, we actually went to Sydney not last weekend, the weekend before, for our first interstate show. We played at the Standard with a couple of local guys and headlines, and it was a really good show. It was lots of fun.
And you filmed the trip up there?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, just on a GoPro and just handing it about and shooting, funny things that happened and coming to Sydney. But unfortunately, I didn't film because on the way back, because our car actually broke down in Tullarook on the way back to Melbourne from Sydney on the Sunday night, and so we were stuck in Tullarook, which is about 10 minutes out of Seymour, and we were there at 1 a.m. and we had to get towed back to Seymour and then had to, struggle our way back to Melbourne that night.
You know what? I'm going to believe you. I'm not going to think you didn't film it because you were all grumpy with each other.
Oh, we weren't grumpy with each other. It was just, we were kind of enjoying it because it was kind of a bit of a road trip moment. But
yeah, you've got to have those, don't
totally.
you?
But yeah, no, we didn't. I didn't really. I know, strangely, my first thought wasn't to grab the camera from my bag and start filming. It was more to call the RSCB and, pop the bonnet and see if I could fix it myself, which I definitely could not.
Yeah, I'm watching the Hannah video actually as we speak. Was that filmed around Fitzroy?
No, it wasn't. It's the stuff on the street is in Richmond, in Cremorne, which is around the studio, Ginger Studios, in which we recorded the EP, and so that's around there. And then later on, it's in a hall in Thornbury, called the Thornbury Theatre, and actually a lot of the camera work is filmed on a GoPro connected to a kind of like a drone remote control helicopter, which the director was flying about and kind of swooping in on us. Yeah,
they're the talk of the band scene at the moment, those helicopter cameras.
Yeah. No, they're very cool. So our friend James Bass, who's actually currently on tour with the Cat Empire, filmed it for us while he was back home for a couple of weeks.
Right. And so have you guys, like you said, you went to Sydney a couple of weeks ago. Have you been interstate very often to play?
No, that's our first show as the McQueens interstate, which is really exciting.
Right. And are you planning more trips next year?
Yeah, I mean, we had such a good time and it was such a positive response to, people that obviously haven't heard of us before. The crowd in Sydney were really digging it. So, we were thinking about going to Adelaide and Queensland and Hobart and, we're planning trips now. We're all very excited about it.
Yeah, and what style of music do you actually put yourself in?
Oh, I think each of our songs is quite different. I think if you had to put a label on all of them, you'd have to just say rock or some of them are indie rock, some of them are electro rock. I mean, the song of our EP, Washed Away, has almost like a hip-hop section, and I mean, it's still rock, but it's, triggered beats and sub-bass and almost rapping kind of vocals. And then there's like a spaghetti western kind of section in that song as well. So I don't think you can really put it into one kind of thing. Maybe progressive indie rock.
So the best place for people to have a listen to your music before they do buy it would be your Bandcamp, because you've got a couple on SoundCloud, but not all of them.
No, yeah. We've got our last EP on SoundCloud, which you can download for free, and that's also on our Bandcamp. Yeah, this new EP is what we're really proud of, and that's the best place to buy that is on the Bandcamp. And
so what are you most looking forward to in the new year? Are you going to record an album, just touring?
Yeah, I think we just want to gig as much as we can around Australia, and there's talk about, after doing a bit of Australia, maybe going overseas and playing a couple of shows, maybe to New Zealand or Thailand or something like that.
Great. And I will say again, people can find you on Facebook at facebook.com/the McQueens, and they can go there and like your page. And they can find you at themcqueens.bandcamp.com, where they can purchase the digital copy if they wish, but the physical copy with a digital download is $10. So it's well and truly worth it. And this weekend, I suppose this is a big camping thing, seeing as it's the entire weekend.
Yeah. It's all camping and it's BYO. It's going to be good weather. They've got laser tag and I think they've got a water slide, and yeah, it should be a very good weekend. People
can go to www.paradisemusic.com.au to get tickets for that festival, which 29th, 30th and 1st of December the music's playing. Are you getting your car serviced before you go there?
Well, that car's it's totally in the shop. We're not going to have that definitely on time. I think we're going to take up 2 cars instead.
Yeah, it's all part of the adventure. When you're rich and famous and you're playing in front of huge crowds with a big touring bus, you'll look back on it and say those were the days.
Yeah, no, it's almost funny now. It's getting there. A bit more time.
It has been great talking to you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Have a ball this weekend at the Paradise Music Festival.
Cheers.
Good luck with the single Hannah, which is available now, and people can buy the single and the EP. Once again, the McQueens.bandcamp.com. And yeah, we'll talk again one day, I'm sure.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Thanks very much.